Hello everyone, it's Liesl. I'm here to share a guest design team project that I did for Sophie. She's MindBarretty on Etsy, and I'll put a link to her site or her shop in the description box below. I used her timeless romance kits. There are 2 of them, and I decided to make a feminine small handbag sized journal with these pages because it just really looked like paper that I would enjoy having in my handbag in a journal where I could jot things down, and that would be pretty to use. So the journal size, let me just check it again quickly, is approximately 6 inches high and 4 inches across, and it has 3 signatures, and as you can see, tea staining all over the pages. And what I did was I just added a loose seam binding closure, and on the back I added this tassel, which just seemed to go really well with the colouring of the front page. And what I did with the front page was it had an image of a hot air balloon in a line drawing, and I wanted something more in tune with what was inside the journal. So I took one of the pages and fussy cut the lady and these 2 bits of ephemera, as well as this additional rose, and just glued them to the page that I had. So one never has to be completely bound by what you have. There's always the option of changing it around a bit, because I really like the background color and I wanted to use that but with these images. And then I just added a Tim Holtz bookplate with a piece of loose paper, which I'm not going to try and pry out now, on which you could easily write a word or stamp something which is meaningful. So going in, these images are really pretty, and they are really complementary with the tea dyeing that I did. Everything, once again, has been dyed with red tea or rooibos. And you know, I hardly ever use lace, but this little book really felt to me as though it could do with some lace. So here and there is a little bit of lace, and obviously a lot of stamping. I also used a few digis from the Graphics Fairy because I thought that they went well with the romantic feel of the paper. There's a lot of journaling space, and I used many of my vintage style stamps. That hanger is just so pretty. Another one, a little card for a tuck. And this is one of the tags in the kit, which I reduced. All the pages were reduced. They obviously usually print out much larger, but because I wanted them in this size, I reduced them significantly. And this is one of the tags in the kit, and I decided to use it rather than as a tag, rather as a tuck spot. Lovely lady looking through a window. And there's some buttermilk toilet soap. So there. I really like how this little journal came out. It has a lovely whimsical feel about it, and the digis by Sophie are so pretty. Some perfume bottles and a little bit more floral lace. And that shoe with the butterfly and the flowers is really cute. And I've been dying to use many of these stamps because I don't really get an opportunity to use this style very often. And it's been such a joy. As you can see, really a lot of journaling space and space for doodles, pictures, photographs, books, anything that you would like to add, a little bit of secret journaling, music paper. And I like using small stamps. I find I forget about small stamps. One always looks at the big ones. And I had this set of shoes that were complimentary, and it amused me to use them as my corner stamps. It's something I like to do, to try and find additional uses for stamps, because where would you use those shoes on a regular basis? Some more of Sophie's Beautiful Ephemera, and another one of the tags that I used as a tuck. Here is a paper bag that I folded back over onto itself and glued on the edge, so it has two pockets, one on this side and then the original opening. And you can see how the tea ran in underneath the pages while I was tea dyeing them, and creates these lovely dark splotches that I don't have to add afterwards. Oops, let me see if I can get that up. There we go. And that is an old Kaisercraft stamp, which I just love, and will probably use until it falls apart. The other side of the folded over packet, perfume bottle, and eau de toilette it looks like, so, and a beautiful old hair comb and a bit more lace. You can see these digits are so pretty, and the roses just go so well with it all. There is the lady that I fussy cut for the front of the journal. So you can see it's very easy to find elements in a kit to use differently to give it a bit more versatility. And I really liked that about this kit, that it had images that were suitable for fussy cutting and adding a bit more interest. And of course just allowing me to do what I wanted to do. It's the center of the signature. I made little pockets in all the centers. It hides the stitching and gives you a little bit of extra space to keep something safe. That's a lovely vintage frame. Another wonderful image. And that blues. Oh, I love it. So although this journal is quite grungy in terms of the tea dyeing, the imagery is so feminine and so pretty that, to my mind, this really has turned into a very feminine, fun little journal, which is really suitable for the small 6x4 size, which I made it in. I was worried that the images would become too small, but it's just perfect. So there it is. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to Sophie for giving me an opportunity to play with some of her DigiKits. And as always, thanks for watching, and until we speak again, bye-bye.